We'll get the session going. Folks, welcome to today's 1 Million by 1 Million Strategy Roundtable for Entrepreneurs. For those of you joining for the first time, welcome. And for those of you returning, welcome as well. As you know, the 1 Million by 1 Million program, the global initiative, is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million in annual revenue and beyond. And if we succeed in doing that by 2020, we would have created $1 trillion in global GDP and probably about 10 million or more jobs. So that's the ambitious agenda that we are working with, and we need all of you to do your part. Whether if you're an entrepreneur working on a project, we need you to become a successful entrepreneur. And if you are working with other entrepreneurs, if you're an incubator or an investor or other people in the ecosystem who are helping facilitate this process, we need to do your part. And if you're an ambassador for the 1 Million by 1 Million program, you already know what you're doing in spreading the agenda forward. So what we're going to do today is work with 5 entrepreneurs. And before we do that, however, let me point you to the 1 Million by 1 Million self-assessment tool. So this was launched last week, and we are getting a huge amount of traffic to this, the 1 Million by 1 Million website. It is essentially a 9-step process to assess your own venture. And it has, for every single module of the self-assessment, there are curriculum modules attached to it. These modules are only accessible for premium members of the premium program of 1 Million by 1 Million. For those of you, again, who do not know, these roundtables that we hold on Thursday mornings are free roundtables. And beyond this, we have a whole suite of other services, including a curriculum, including a private roundtables, self-assessment, all sorts of business development and other incubation support. All that is part of the premium program, which is $1,000 annual membership fee. So I'll talk about that later in the show. Meanwhile, please note that there is a poll on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com 1M by 1M. So as you listen to the presenters, you would also have a chance to vote for your favorite presenter, favorite company in the poll. And if you're tweeting during the show, we see a lot of live tweeting going on. The 1 Million by 1 Million live tweeting happens through the @1M by 1M account. So if you're following the live tweetings, that's where it's going to be. But if you're live tweeting the show, please use the hashtag 1M1M so that other people can retweet your stuff. So it looks like Kiran and Rajesh are not ready. Is that correct, Bharati? So we are going to move forward and move to Senthil, who's doing direct dialogues. Let me find direct dialogues. All right, Senthil, if you could unmute your line and come and talk about direct dialogues, that would be great.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, Sramana. My name is Senthil. I'm here to present Direct Dialogues. Direct Dialogues is a web application meant for small and medium businesses. It has email and mobile campaign management capability, and it has a no-card loyalty program. I'll talk about the product in a minute, but before that, let's qualify what small and medium businesses that we are targeting. How do I go to the next slide?
Just tell me when you want the next slide.
Next slide, please. So our target customer base is the B2C customers in the small and medium space, and specifically retailers such as clothing, footwear, specialty goods, jewelry, and so on, and also restaurants and cafes. spas and beauty clinics. I'll talk a little bit about what these guys all have in common problems that we are going to solve. And the geography that we are targeting is India and USA. One additional information is we are targeting both single stores and also multi-chain stores in this segment. Next slide, please. So what do all these companies that I just mentioned have a common problem? You know, they have a lot of avenues in acquiring new customers. They spend money on marketing advertisements, promotions through daily deal sites, and so on. You know, if these customers who they acquire through these promotions do not come back after the first visit, the spending that they've made in acquisition is not justified. So how do they retain these customers? How do they sell deeper into these customers? Bring the customers back often and make them buy more. Specifically, they would have to offer a loyalty program or a reward program to encourage customers to come back. These reward programs should not only in this age reward repeat purchases, but also reward referrals and as well as social media mentions. As these referrals and the viral marketing that social media brings, new customers can be acquired at a higher quality and at a lower price. Track purchase behavior of the customers and understand customer buying habits through analytics. They should be able to send precisely targeted email and mobile campaigns to bring customers back and then increase the purchase per customer. And doing all this while measuring the success of the marketing programs. Next slide, please.
You there?
So while the slide is coming up, so that is what we have tried to bring into the direct dialogues product. You know, we have brought customer analytics piece mixed with campaign management tool and a no-card loyalty program. And you know, consumers already have lots of cards to carry in their wallets, and you know, one additional card given by a lot of small businesses is not going to have a huge impact with consumers. So we are offering this comprehensive tool that is simple and affordable for small and medium businesses, so that they can reach their customers through email, mobile, and social media. Our product can work alone, or it can integrate their business's existing billing system.
Okay.
Next slide, please. So, you know, where we are is we have a beta product up on our website. We have some pilot customers testing the product, both multi-stores and then single-store restaurants. Our acquisition plan at this point is through direct signups in our website, drive traffic through product listings and SEOs and some pay-per-click later. But at this time, the other techniques that I just mentioned, and for both India and US, we would like to have partnerships with local vendors, both in hardware and software, who already have a relationship with the small and medium businesses. We would like to have a revenue sharing arrangement with them, as well as we are considering partnerships with point of sale vendors, both white labeling and revenue sharing partnerships.
Have you talked to any point of sale vendors that's willing to do this with you?
We have talked to several small vendors in India, but they are not representative of the vendors that we would really like to have a relationship with. For the small vendors, it is so far it is going well, and we are working on the mechanism of connecting and so on. The revenue sharing is also agreeable with a couple of small vendors. Again, these are not representative of the real POS vendors, the large customer base vendors that we are that we would really like to get.
I'm not convinced that POS vendors are going to be able to sell your product.
Okay.
So
yeah, you know,
I'm not sure that's going to be a very good use of your time. Um, I think you're going to need to do this largely, at least in the beginning. You're at a stage where it's very much in the very early customer acquisition, customer validation phase. So you're going to have to really focus on online mechanisms of getting customers. And trade shows and all are not the way to do it. I think you're going to have to do this with people who are online, and by definition, they're going to be self-selecting themselves. And if you come up with SEO and those kinds of social media SEO, those kinds of channels are going to be better customer acquisition channels than trade shows or POS vendors. And this is not a time.
definitely.
This is not a time when you're going to be able to sell through other people yet. Your product is not yet validated, so you're going to need to get a certain number of customers on your own before anybody is willing to be willing to resell your product.
Yeah, I think, you know, as I mentioned, you know, I take this feedback in the right way because we haven't done a POS conversation that is representative of a bigger vendor. So I think I would take that, and you know, we already have we have started our Facebook page, and we have started blogging, and we have you know, close to 80 likes on our Facebook and some 90 impressions on our blogs and so on. So we just started and slowly getting some traction. But our question is, if we go to the third slide from here, is about, like, you know, amplifying these channels of you know, social media, and how do we really get to you know, the direct customers who are self-selecting, as you said.
You're going to have to follow systematically all these online marketing channels like SEO and all of that stuff. If you know, I can't really give you a lecture on each of those topics in 3 minutes right now, but you should join the 1 Million by 1 Million premium program. We have extensive curriculum on each of those topics, and we can walk you through exactly, you know, what is working in each of those areas, and you know, so that probably is your right next step. I will caution you a bit about trying to penetrate the Indian market and the US market all at once, because the US market for this kind of stuff is extremely crowded. Just last week, we had a company, a Silicon Valley company, that is doing loyalty programs. Also a startup. I mean, you can compete with a startup, but I just don't like this idea of penetrating, trying to market in different geographies right out of the gate. I think you would be much better off working with one geography where you have a differentiated position. So, so if that is India, then do it in India. If you want to focus on the US, just focus on the US, but don't try to do all of them at once.
Okay, and do you think the natural inclination versus one versus the other? You know, we are located in India right now.
You need to do a competitive analysis of both geographies and see who else is doing something like this where, and see how you position against them. I mean, one thing I see in your product, you know, the product vision that you're painting, you not only want to do loyalty program, you also want to do email marketing and mobile marketing. That's a very large product roadmap. Just to complete that product is going to be quite a substantial amount of work. And I would be a little bit hesitant. I would be a little bit hesitant to go with an ambitious product roadmap like that, that can't be your minimum viable product, right?
Sramana, I wasn't able to hear you last minute because there was a lot of crosstalk and some disturbances on the line.
Just a second. Anybody else who's on the audio call, just on the audio call, if you could please put your lines on mute and your computer volumes very, very low or non-existent. Just turn off your computer volumes, computer speakers, and put your audio your speakerphone audio on mute. I will give you a signal when to unmute yourselves and come online. But meanwhile, if you don't do this, you are causing a lot of crosstalk, which is disrupting the call. Senthil, what I was saying is that you have a very, very ambitious product roadmap. You're trying to do loyalty programs plus email marketing, campaign management, as well as mobile marketing. And to me, that sounds like a very ambitious product roadmap. You've got to define a minimum viable product with which you can start getting customers. Over time, you may be building all that, but the email marketing space is extremely crowded. There's a whole lot of players in the email marketing space. So I don't see a point in going and trying to compete with them. You have a point that combining loyalty programs and email marketing may be a good strategy, good product strategy, but is that doable? Do you have the resources to do a product that is that ambitious and that large scale within a limited?
Sramana, we already have a viable product at this point. Our history is we started a couple of years ago doing the same campaign management for mid enterprises. We have actually changed course after a couple of years working on that product. So we had a base product to work on. So in the last 10 months, we were able to build on that.
Okay. Well, that's different then. Then you have a minimum viable product that has a large scope. That may be actually a differentiation in that case. That's fine.
That is right. So I think we'll take your feedback. I think your idea of focusing on one geographical makes sense, and as well as getting into details of how to drive selective customers who sign up on the website. We'll take that forward, and probably we're looking to sign up for the premium program and get more of your inputs and feedback.
Yeah. Well, once you're in the program, I'd like to also work with you on your positioning, because this is a extremely crowded space and it's getting more crowded every day. So you're going to have to find a positioning that works, that is sufficiently differentiated, and that gives you a place to go, basically. Otherwise, you're going to run up against anybody and everybody.
Sure.
All right?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome. Elle, you are next. If you could unmute your line and come tell us what you're doing with Tap Tank, that'll be great.
I am here. I don't see my presentation there. Okay. I don't know which one you're putting up. What's the name of that one?
Tap Tank. It's your first slide.
Yeah. No, I mean, I sent two presentations. One, our general one. So never mind. Just let's go through it.
Do you have? Are you able to view the view room now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So tell us what you're doing and.
Okay. So Tap Tank is a social productivity tool for people to utilize their social network and their friends to achieve their goals and complete their tasks. So social capital is a concept of having all these different friends on social networks, and a lot of potential with that. Now, how do we actually use it is by collaborating, competing, and bartering with your friends. Yeah, this is not the best. I was trying to do this presentation according to the template I was sent. So probably would be better
just tell us the story. We'll be able to figure out. Don't worry too much about the.
Okay, so never mind the presentation then. Okay, so basically we have tools for people to collaborate, compete, and barter with each other, and I'll give you some examples. Friends can collaborate on exercise programs, running a marathon, going on trips together, creating birthday parties and things like that. Students can compete on getting their paper done. Coworkers can compete on getting their projects done. Actually, yeah, this actually is a slide that shows you an interaction. So one friend can give another friend a task, for instance, to create a design for a website. for in exchange for an old guitar, for instance. That would be a friend helping a friend. You can barter tasks such as Chinese lessons for photography at a wedding. You can also compete with friends in different competitions, and some of these competitions are posted by brands and businesses. So some friends that want to collaborate, for instance, on a redesigning of a home or something related to a home improvement project, they will be approached by Bed Bath & Beyond to enter in a competition in order to win some coupons or products, discounts, and so on. So this is a way to monetize the system, is to plug in brands and businesses. So people will not only have incentive to collaborate with each other in order to get things done, but also to win different products that they like. So I guess you can go to the next one. Next slide.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see the slide change. Okay, here we go. So basically, we created a multi-sided platform for achievement and social media advertisement. So we have users on one side of the platform using this software, and we have brands on the other side of the platform that have access to anyone on Foursquare, Facebook, or Twitter. So we're not creating a new social network. We're just creating a platform where people can interact across all the social networks. Today, we actually have our site up for the first project, for the first product. The product is called Tap Into You, U as in a letter U. So you can actually sign up and register for early access. We'll have it launched in about 2 months from now. So basically what we do is we connect users and brands to interact on social networks. So user acquisition, we're planning at the first stage to do the usual search engine optimization and approach bloggers. That was the previous slide. Approach bloggers, approach various influencers in the market, do a social media marketing campaign using different groups. We're hoping to achieve a viral effect, although we're not building on it. In the second stage, we can actually do some official PR and build strategic partnerships. So this is basically our strategy. If you can go to the next slide. Okay, I don't see it, but basically our audience is young people on social networks, busy people, people living in urban environments. These are our targets, people who are already on Facebook and Twitter, are active on social networks, who will find this useful.
So, Elle, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with your positioning at all, because it seems like a bit of an all over the place kind of value proposition. You have barter, you have compete, you have, collaborate, all sorts of things. I would like to see one value proposition and kind of a lot more specific segmentation. So the one that actually resonates with me is barter.
Yeah.
Because I know that happens. The web businesses that do well are businesses that tend to make certain activities that already happen in real life. The web businesses that make it easier to conduct those kinds of businesses or those kinds of activities are the ones that actually do well as web businesses. So barter, I think, happens as a very regular activity in real life. Somebody would trade a massage for a dance lesson and stuff like that. That kind of things, I think, happen. I think the question that would raise, however, is what is the business model? You have
the business model is, so I don't have a slide here for that in the second presentation. So basically The business model is based on advertisement. It's based on revenue sharing from the brands advertising on our site. It's based on user data. We're gonna acquire a huge amount of user data, and also the software itself. It's a freemium model. So we have some free features. Most of the features are free, and then we have some paid features for templates for tasks. So I'll just give you another illustration on how it works to make it more useful. For instance, a group of friends wants to go on a trip. So first they have to find out who's going, and then they're going to have to choose destinations, buy tickets, reserve hotels, find things to do, restaurants, and so on. So this group, so I can send message to all the friends that I want to go. They will reply whether they're going. I can outsource finding tickets and finding hotels, finding things to do to different friends. And I can also track the status of my, track the status of the, yeah?
This is exactly what I'm saying is not going to work.
Yeah.
If you try to do all
so
these different things, this business is going to fall flat on its face. This is what I mean when I say all over the place. You're completely all over the place. So
you're saying focus on the bartering.
You've got to choose something. If you want to do group travel, that is one type of business, and that has its own dynamics. Group travel is a business that actually exists out there. There are companies that do the group travel. But if you want to do barter, facilitating the barter process, that is a different business. So the questions that you have to answer beyond that are if it's an advertising and freemium kind of model, then you're going to have to figure out how to finance the early stages of this business, because that means you don't have any revenue coming in early on.
Right.
And typically, investors don't like to fund stuff that is not validated at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to.
What do you mean validated?
That has customer.
What do you mean by validated?
That has customer validation.
Okay.
So whatever it is that you choose to do needs to be validated with customers. So we have an extensive validation methodology in the 1 million by 1 million program. It sounds like the stage where you are at. Going through that would be the best thing for you to do right now, is to put your idea through the positioning and validation module of 1 million by 1 million premium and really sharpen this, and I'll work with you on doing that. But that's what you need to do.
Okay.
Right now, the stage in which your thinking is, this is going to need to get narrowed down and focused in a lot more to come to any business that A, is going to find some traction with customers, and 2, somewhat later, after you've done the steps of validation that we typically put the 1 million by 1 million entrepreneurs through, to find traction with investors. Until you do that,
okay,
it requires a lot more of chiseling is the word that I use normally. You start with this large rock, and if you're Michelangelo, you need to chisel it down to a David, and that's the process you're going to have to go through.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I understand, and I appreciate your comments.
You're welcome.
I think we're going to try to focus some more.
All right. Okay, who's next? Either Bharati and Maureen, if you can, or Maureen can tell me who is ready to present next. I will move to that slide. Is Gio George on the call?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Who is this?
This is Gio George.
Okay, Gio, I'll get you your slides just a second. Why don't you go next?
Okay.
One second. This is yours, right?
I don't see any updates. Yeah, that is the slide deck, yes. Actually, I think I've seen the wrong slides now.
Hold on. I'm trying to get, yeah, there you go.
Pinkvilla.com.
There you go, pinkvilla.com. All right, your turn. Go.
Okay, so first of all, thanks for the opportunity to let us pitch on this roundtable. So I can start off by introducing the team.
Just a
so
second,
my name is Gio George.
Before you carry on, if you can make sure that your computer volume, the speaker of your computer, is completely turned off.
Yeah, it is actually muted.
And maybe then your speakerphone volume needs to be lowered a bit because it's still generating an echo.
Okay, let me.
That's better.
All right, better now?
Yeah, better.
Okay, so move to the next slide. I'm the founder and CEO of Pinkvilla.com, and our other founder, Nandini Shenoy, she is also the editor-in-chief of the site. And we both worked at Microsoft as software engineers, and we worked in teams like Windows, Office, and Bing Search. We can move to the next slide. So we started the site back in 2007, and this is how it started. So at that time, there were a few Bollywood sites that covered events and movie-related stuff, but none of the sites at that time had any kind of user engagement. And also, there was no medium for Bollywood enthusiasts to express their thoughts and opinions on its stars and movies. So what we did was we came up with a platform where users could come and create content, and they could express their opinions. So it was like anyone can be an editor on the site. So today, if you look at that, our content is very fresh and up to date, and it really reflects what's on people's minds. And we have coverage on movies, celebrities, events, awards, fashion shows. All of our content is user generated. It's a big thriving community. Our site usage has gone up by over 100% in the last 12 months, and we have over 11 million page views. I think the slide deck that I sent you was something that I did last month. It's gone up by 1 million page views since then, and we have over 1.5 million visits. And I think 600,000 uniques on the site, and we're expecting revenue for this year to close to $250,000. And the way the site is laid out is the visits, all 50% of the visits are direct visits, and the users actually come into the site mostly through Google and social media referrals, and organic search referrals from Google account around 30%, and social media traffic from Facebook, Twitter, etc. come to around 20%. And we've spent almost $0 in marketing so far, and that in spite of that, we have over 62% returning visitors. So that really shows the sticky nature of the site. And also we've built a lot of traction, as I mentioned, and this has become really the place for Bollywood enthusiasts to go and check for the latest updates in the world of Bollywood, and this includes Bollywood celebs themselves, so their PRs, media channels, and we get PRs regularly contact us to have their celebs featured on Pinkvilla, and celebs actually post our.
Why is the monetization so low?
So our revenues are $250,000 this year. That's what we're expecting. And so one of the things is with content-related sites, our revenue model is purely advertising. So typically with content-based advertising, CPMs are lower than what you would see in other kinds of markets which do e-commerce, for example. But if you look at in line with pure content-based site, I think this is the CPM amounts that we see are pretty much up there with what we see with the rest of the market.
Okay, so you need to change your revenue model somewhat.
Yeah, so we'll come to the revenue model. I think there's a few slides towards the end that actually cover that. Basically, I want to see what we want to do next. Right? So over the past couple of years, we've been working on Pinkful, and we got a lot of insight into the Bollywood market, and we know what the pain points are in the online space. So
what do you want to work on?
So for example,
you have another maximum 3 minutes. What do you want to work on with me?
So basically, I want to get some advice on we are actually looking for a round of funding at this point. So we want to get some advice on how to go about looking for either super angels or early stage VCs at this point, and then also get some advice on what kind of funding models to take, and also any other pointers to what to look for at that stage for funding.
So
right, that's the thing that I'm looking from you.
No investor would invest in a company that doesn't have a revenue model that is going to scale to $500 million. This is, or at least hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's why.
Right. So, okay.
So I think the question that any investor will ask you is exactly the first question I asked you: is with 10 million or 11 million users, 225,000 is a very low monetization rate. It may not be low revenue.
No, so it's not 10 million users. It's actually 10 million page views. The number of users are around 600,000. Those are the uniques.
Right, but 10 million page views is a lot of page views, and so some 600,000 users. Then we need to figure out how this, where this goes. What is the business plan of this business? Is this going to continue to remain an ad-supported business, or are there other ways of doing this business which monetizes better?
So the ways we are looking at to improve the monetization model is, one, we are actually today doing publisher-based ads, right? So to improve upon that, we're actually building up our own ad framework so we can actually get advertisers directly on our site. That's one thing. The second thing is, we are our page views are at a level where we are getting to the premium publisher space, and that will actually help us increase our revenue share with folks like Google and Traffic Fusion and stuff like that. And also, the thing that we're planning for is to be the one-stop shop for the Indian entertainment industry, and building that will actually help us provide Pinkful as a platform for content providers, movie production houses to use as a platform to promote their movies. And also, fashion is one thing in the industry that we want to actually integrate into this, and tie-ups with e-commerce sites that's related to the fashion industry, and being able to do targeted e-commerce. And as an example, let's say there's a Bollywood event, and there's a star wearing a particular fashion accessory or something like that. So we see a lot of user interest in seeing what that is, where to get that from, right? So doing targeted e-commerce from that's the new source of revenue model that we're doing. And so that's for the first phase of expansion. The second phase of expansion is, once you build up this base of users actually interested in movies and who come to the site for pure content, we want to actually take that to the next level and go into movie and music streaming, and that will actually get us into the paid content world actually, and that's the second phase of expansion that we're looking for. And these are the two other revenue models that we're looking for and expand our revenue base. So.
And are you two based in Washington?
Yes, so we are actually based out of Seattle.
Do you plan to move back to India?
We haven't had plans as of yet, but we are open to it. So we have a team in India that actually, sends us video and photo content. They cover pretty much every event out there, and they send that as to us. So we really didn't have a need so far for the last 2-3 years to actually go back to India. But down the lane, if the need comes up, we are open to that.
Well, I think where the 600,000 customers that you, or users that you have, where are they from? What market?
So 30%, 35% of the user base actually is from the US. Then around 30% is from India, and around 20% is from countries which have a large amount of NRI folks like UK, Canada, Australia, Middle East, and also we have a bunch of people coming in from Pakistan as well. So that's how it's laid out. But India market is also actually building up. So I think down the lane we'll actually see customers actually coming in from India as well. Considering that the internet penetration is actually breaking through there right now.
So, Ju, I think you have the beginnings of something very interesting here. There is conceivably a very interesting company to build, but there are lots of all these questions that I'm asking you. These are all leading questions into major strategic pieces, right? Which market you serve, what segment you serve, what product, what is the monetization model? It's one thing to say we're going to do advertising, we're going to do our own ad network, then we're going to do streaming, then we're going to do e-commerce. This is kind of like 30,000 foot, but no investor really in 30,000 foot ideas.
Right now we're actually focused on content. Right? So I just said the first phase of expansion, we're actually going to expand our content base and going to being the hub for the Indian entertainment industry. Right. So expanding into other Indian markets like Tamil and Telugu, which are the other bigger markets after Bollywood. So that's the first phase of expansion, right? So once we have that, once built up, that we are actually going to add on that by actually investing. So we don't want to do all things at the same time.
Ju, just stop for a second, please. 600,000 users is not even beginning to scratch the surface of the Indian Bollywood market.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't see why you need to move out of the Bollywood content even without first figuring out how to get your core market going. And that is a question that you need to understand is why aren't you, or not why aren't you, how do you penetrate the Indian market? I mean, the largest enthusiast population for Bollywood is actually in India.
Right.
So that's a question.
So one of the things like that.
So if I were an investor, that's first question I would ask you is how do you plan to, so I guess the question that I'm trying to struggle with, which is partially an answer to your question about where do you raise money, how do you raise money, whom do you raise money from, is which market, if it's a product, if it's a business that is primarily an Indian market facing business, then you need to raise money in India. Okay. If it's not, then you need to, I think the maximum traction you're going to get for this business is going to be from India. But if it's an Indian market facing business primarily, they would probably require that you move to India. Hence my question. So anyway, my time of working with you is kind of up, but this is a high potential business. You do have a high potential business. You've got some, interesting groundswell going here. If you'd like to join the premium program, I would be very happy to work with you. I think this is eminently doable.
All right. So I think I can take this up with you offline after this, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Good luck, Ju.
All right. Thank you.
So what's going on in the Microsoft office in Bangalore? Are Kiran and Rajesh able to get their audio straight so they can present? Can somebody give me an indication of... Rajesh? Are you on the audio? Kiran and Rajesh?
Hello? Hello?
Yes. Hi.
You can hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Hey, hi, Sramana. How are you doing?
Great. So speak a bit. Let's make sure that the echo and everything are sorted out. So say a few things. We'll check the...
Yeah, sure. I think you're able to hear us now.
Yeah, we're hearing you fine. So please get going with your presentation.
Yeah, this is Kiran here. I'm the co-founder of Envelope Media. We were earlier known as Reach 360. So we can go to the presentation now. Go to the next slide.
Before you get going, can you also introduce your experience. You were in this group of people. Actually, there's a group of people in the Microsoft office right now in Bangalore doing a live 1 million by 1 million meetup, and Kiran and Rajesh are in that room presenting live from that live meetup. So Kiran and Rajesh, you were also finalists and of the Microsoft BizSpark Startup Challenge. Tell us about.
Yes, that's right. We were the finalists and the winners of this year Microsoft BizSpark Challenge. It was a very wonderful experience. So we, whatever solutions we have, it works fine on the mobile as well as the digital space. So it works fine on mobile, tabloid, online.
So my question is, did you win a $40,000 prize or did you win a $10,000 prize?
We won the $40,000 prize. We didn't settle for less.
Good for you. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Just for those of you who are who perhaps don't know the context of this joke, Microsoft just did this India Startup Challenge grants, and there were two $40,000 prizes and two $10,000 prizes. And one of our 1 million by 1 million premium companies, Freshdesk, actually won the cloud category $40,000 prize. And it looks like Kiran and Rajesh won the other $40,000 prize, which was in the mobile category. So go ahead, Kiran.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Sure. Can we go to the next slide?
Yeah.
So to begin with, so we are an ad serving technology company, and what we do is we deliver this interactive ad solution for both the online as well as the mobile platforms. So if you really understand this industry, there are three different stakeholders, which is the advertiser, agency, and publishers. And the critical pain points right now in the market is that there is a very limited amount of interactions that are available with the ad units. So there's a huge creative limitation in terms of how you want to engage with the users. So most of the ads we see on all the websites today are static. Also, if you look at the kind of metrics that are available for you to judge how the campaigns are performed, it's very limited. It's mainly the clicks, impressions, and the CTRs. And what we want to do is we want to address this situation with our own solution. Can we just go to the, can we press, because it's an animated slide, if you can press the key, next key will be good. Yeah, so we want to address this gap with our creative capabilities that helps us to actually develop a much more interactive ad solution, ad serving solution. We also have a dynamic ad serving platform where you can do much more higher level of targeting as well as integrate with your with the audience behavior. We also deliver rich metrics for the advertisers. Can you go next?
Let me ask you a question before you go to the next slide. When you say creative capabilities, is this a product that is taking advantage of your creative capabilities, or are you also offering creative services using your technology to create ads for the agencies and advertisers that you're working with?
Actually, right now we have a composition technology framework using which you can make any of these static ads into interactive ad formats on the fly. So this is also, we have also applied for a patent on this, and this product will help you to create, to compose n elements into one single ad unit and deliver it on the fly on these websites. For example, if you want to integrate the social media with the ad unit, you can do it on the fly. So the social media content can change and all of that will be like automatically integrated with the ad unit at the real time. We also have the vision actually to make sure that this platform is available for everyone. Right now, there are 30 different formats that you can choose from, and people can choose which of the format they want, and they can on the fly apply this for their ad serving. So also the plan is to have a online portal where people can design their own formats using our composition technology platform and use these creative capabilities for much richer ad experience.
So how
does that answer your question?
How is this product being delivered? Is this a software as a service product that agencies and advertisers can be can subscribe to and use, unlimited use, or what exactly is the delivery model?
So it will be on service basis, like what we based on how much of impressions they would be consuming on these innovations, we will be charging on that. So all these innovations that will get served from our platform, so we can track how much of impressions or how much of CPMs they have consumed. So the charging will be based on that.
I'm not sure I understand. Can you explain a bit better?
So what this means is once you design the ad once you design the ad format using our platform, take it live on your set of publishers. And so every request that comes for ad delivery would come through our platform. So we charge users based on the consumption. So we charge based on how much of usage they have done.
So
usage-based charging.
What you're offering is not only the ad creation platform, but also an ad serving platform.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a richer
being generated, or how many eyeballs views are being generated.
Yes. So generally it's on CPM model.
Okay.
Yeah. So can we go back to the previous slide?
Sure. This one?
Can we go back to the previous slide?
Not this one, right?
So not this one. Otherwise, I'll just speak about it. So basically, what our platform allows is that we can on the fly stick together these static banners and convert them into interactive ad formats. That means you can define actions such as so you can make those ads appear in a 3D format on the fly, or you can integrate various elements such as your own feeds or your social media feeds, or you can actually have some input that gets dynamically picked up in the real time and displayed on the ad unit. Okay. So we also have we can also have the users engage two-way with the ad unit once that is served as well, which is not available in the market today. So you can actually track what the user is doing with your ad unit, and you can have events defined which will act based on what they're doing on that particular ad that is shown. So we also have a platform which is unified across all the three, so you can track how your campaigns are performing on the web, mobile, as well as the tablets. So we can go to the next slide. So mainly our target customers are the advertisers as well as the ad agencies. So the advertisers, we work directly with them, and so that would go on either working on their branding campaigns, or we deliver certain specific performance goals for them, such as how many leads we have delivered, or how many clicks we have delivered, or how much of traffic we are actually diverting to their websites. It could also be like certain social media campaigns wherein we promote their social media elements on our using our ad platform. We charge clients on CPM, which is how many times the ad has been shown, or the number of times the ad has been clicked, or on achievement of a particular performance metric, such as filling up of a form or purchase of a product, etc. Okay. We can go to the next slide. Can we go to the next slide?
Yeah, you are on the next slide. It's probably taking time to load on your end. This is your customer validation slide. So if you want to start talking about your customers, the slide will load.
Yeah. Sure. So basically, right now we are working with around 12 clients. That includes names such as MSN, Hungama, Citibank. So we work with them on both the normal campaigns as well as using our innovations. So we have shown on the campaigns that we have delivered. We have shown 2x number of leads for the same inventory being burned by our competition. So we are able to better milk the inventory and better deliver much higher quality leads. So with our engagement with Citibank, we have got a feedback that our leads are 84% valid compared to the standard of 66% which our competitors are doing. And also we have done a good amount of improvements in terms of the CTR. So for the telecom brand, the campaign we ran, it had 3x better CTR compared to the competition. And on the one of the local ad we ran, we had 5x social interactions. So basically, we tracked the number of people who actually go into the social platforms through the ad unit, and that was very high compared to like the competition.
Okay, that's great.
So our customer acquisition has been through direct sales, where we actually talk to these advertisers and acquire them. We also work with these agencies who work across different brands. So through an engagement with them, we work across multiple of the individual advertisers through their which brand.
Okay.
Yeah. So some of the key questions we have is how do we scale up in India? One, considering the market is predominantly dominated by performance campaigns, as against the US, where there are a lot more better mix of branding campaigns.
So do you make more money in the branding campaigns? Is that what you're saying? The CPM campaigns?
Yes,
that's
that
better for you.
Yes, because the revenues are much, the profitability is much higher in branding campaigns.
What about players like Facebook India? What's happening? Have you had any conversations with Facebook India? Facebook is the #1 market shareholder in display advertising today.
Right. No, we haven't spoken with them.
I would go.
But we are speaking to Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo is also very big in display advertising. So I would start talking to Yahoo and Facebook, and if you're looking for more display business, those are two places where there is a lot of display business going on. Very large portions of their, P&L is display advertising revenues. So if you can impact their display advertising businesses by 2x, 3x, 5x kind of numbers, you would get a lot of business out of them, and it's a direct impact, and these are going to be great reference accounts. So that's in terms of finding opportunities in India, those two I would go pursue, Facebook India and Yahoo India. Self-serving technology platform, I need to understand your technology a lot better to be able to guide you on that. So there I have tons of questions about your technology to get to that level of understanding to be able to help you with your product strategy. But yes, I think in some form, like one question that is, as I was listening to you, that comes to my mind is working with the ad networks. Like all the display advertising that comes onto my site is furnished through IDG. IDG is one of the largest ad networks that services the technology vertical. Now, I could connect you with IDG because IDG is struggling with monetizing the inventory that they have. They're not getting maximum leverage of the inventory that they have. So the question is, how does technology actually work with the ad networks? How does it interface with the ad networks and so on and so forth? So there are ways to do this, and maybe the right answer, if your technology is more or less proven and you can impact any ad network or any kind of anybody who is working on display advertising, that's where I think we need to understand the technology interfaces better, because all these guys have ad servers, right? Ad networks have ad servers, Facebook has an ad server, Yahoo has an ad server. They're not going to yank that out and stick your ad server in there. So all these details need to be worked out, but conceivably this is something that you could go work with other players in around the world, because the ad network world is actually a highly consolidated world. It is not that fragmented. You could work with you could identify the 10 players in that market and go work with them, and I could introduce you to some of them, but we need to work through the details of that.
Sure. So I think in that way, right now we are selectively going on the advertisers directly ourselves, because we have a USP in the local market. But as we are looking forward to expand globally, this is the option that we are planning to pursue, is to talk to global advertisers or global large portals to actually enable their ad serving technology.
Yeah, and then you have to understand the pricing model of that, right? If you're going to go on top of somebody else's server, and we need to figure out how do you price that and how you charge them and so on and so forth. So there's a few different issues that you're going to need to sort out if you want to work in that model.
Right, that's true.
Okay, good. I like it. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good validation work. Interesting technology. I'm interested in learning more and kind of looking under the hoods and figuring out how to move these pieces, help you move these pieces to access the larger opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was great talking to you. I think we'll get in touch and speak on that further.
Sounds good. All right. Do we have Noam from Israel presenting today, or is he not on the line? Maureen, if you could let us know. Okay. Bharati says Noam is not on the line. So then in that case, we are pretty much done with the presentations. We are going to go to, I'm going to talk to you about the 1 million by 1 million program and the resources that you can access through the program. And I'm also going to open up the public chat for Q&A. So feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A, and the people in Bangalore, I know you're a large group of people in one room, so I suppose some of you maybe are in front of laptops and some of you maybe are not. In case you can give your questions to Praveen Karoshi or Rajesh Nair in the room, and they will help you get your questions on the group chat. So you guys can start typing in your questions in the group chat while I'm going to take a few minutes and talk to you about the 1 million by 1 million resources. So as I said at the very beginning of the show, this program aims to help 1 million entrepreneurs around the world reach $1 million in annual revenue and beyond, and create $1 trillion in global GDP and over 10 million jobs by 2020. So you guys who are in the program need to become incredibly successful entrepreneurs for us to achieve this goal. The only way we achieve our success is if you achieve your success. So in terms of resources, we have the blog and the book series around the Entrepreneur Journeys case studies. The Entrepreneur Journeys case studies is what almost started this whole initiative. The Entrepreneur Journeys series started 6 years ago. I started interviewing successful entrepreneurs and trying to understand how they became successful, what are the patterns, what are the repeatable lessons from those entrepreneurs. And today we have over 400 of these case studies, and all the case studies actually are available on the blog for free. And then you have 4 volumes of the Entrepreneur Journeys book series that are also available on Amazon, Kindle, as well as on Flipkart in India. The books are Entrepreneur Journeys Volume 1. The second volume is Bootstrapping Weapon of Mass Reconstruction. That's Volume 2. Volume 3 is Positioning, How to Test, Validate, and Bring Your Idea to Market. And Volume 4 is Innovation Need of the Hour. What you get in these book series is the beginnings of our 1 million by 1 million methodology. And this is the first time that I started synthesizing some of the patterns. It predates the 1 million by 1 million curriculum. So in the curriculum, we have a more advanced version of this, but you can definitely get started with the book series to start understanding the methodology. The blog is at sramanamitra.com. Every Thursday, we offer you these free roundtables, and we have a few sessions off in the summer, but mostly we are on here every every Thursday. In June, we were here every Thursday, 5 roundtables in June. In July, we're going to have 2 roundtables. In August, we're going to have 3 roundtables, and I'll give you the dates at the end of the session. I'm traveling for the next couple of weeks, so we're going to have 2 weeks off. But I think this is our 87th roundtable from what Maureen has told me. We are actually coming up to about, probably about 6,000 people. I've coached over 400 entrepreneurs at this point. So we've had a lot of people going through this program, participating in various degrees of intensity. And the people who are leveraging this program at the highest level of intensity are our premium members. This is a $1,000 annual membership fee program, which offers you extensive methodology guidance, a very, very elaborate curriculum with video lectures and case studies, business development, where I talked today, you heard me saying that I will make introductions to people who, potential customers or channel partners or investors. All of that is part of the premium program. If you want to, we have a fantastic Rolodex and a fantastic brand today. We have a lot of credibility in the market. Any referral coming from us is going to get you attention. So we have mechanisms of get you great attention from investors, from potential customers, from channel partners, angels, VCs, media, analysts, all sorts of people. So that's all part of, if you pay that $1,000 annual membership fee, you essentially have unlimited access to all those resources. Your starting point for that exploration is the 1m1m.sramanamitra.com webpage, and this is what that looks like. You have the curriculum, you have free public roundtables, you have private roundtables that are part of the premium program. You have a page, the top right corner on the black bar, you have premium program and FAQ. Those will give you more details of what to expect from the premium program and frequently asked questions. Our methodology is lean, capital efficient, bootstrap startups. So make sure you set your expectation at the level where out of the gate, we're not going to encourage you to try to raise a very large amount of money. That's just not what we believe in, and that's a strategy that inevitably ends in failure. But we do believe in financing. If you are a financeable company, we will help you figure out the strategy which will get you to a successful financing round, and I will help you navigate that process. That is all fine, but we do believe in keeping your strategy lean, your team lean, and working with a capital efficient framework in general. In the core curriculum, we have the two parts of the curriculum. We have a core curriculum, and then we have electives. In the core curriculum, you have 7 major modules: bootstrapping, positioning, market sizing, customer validation, financing, customer acquisition, and team building. This is what all entrepreneurs need to know in business building at this stage. We work with early stage entrepreneurs. So at this stage, this is what you're going to need to master. And then we have electives, which are all aligned with the trends of our industry. We do a lot of web businesses. Web 3.0 and e-commerce is a major module in the curriculum. We also have cloud computing and business solutions, big emphasis, outsourcing and consulting, mobile and social apps, healthcare, IT, online education. And then we also have a module called Vision India 2020, which I'll talk about a bit later. It's based on my Vision India 2020 book. We have discussion forums. Every single module have opportunities for you to discuss and ask questions, and you'll get answers to those questions. Incubation Radar is one of the mechanisms, one of our media and analyst relations tools, where we feature premium companies in the Incubation Radar and then use the Incubation Radar to introduce you to a lot of different stakeholders in your ecosystem that you're trying to reach. And it's a syndicated column, so you get a lot of PR out of it. Investor introduction, customer partner, channel partner introduction, any kind of introductions are part of the premium program. Now, as far as the curriculum is concerned, I would encourage you to think about it as if it's not just Sramana teaching you this curriculum, it's like over 400 entrepreneurs teaching you this curriculum. You have case studies of, I've actually sat down or talked on the phone with 400 entrepreneurs, over 400 entrepreneurs and thought leaders who have shared with me their lessons. And I have offered you all those case studies in a very well synthesized format, synthesized with video lectures, and all the case studies are available against those video lectures. So it's a very comprehensive curriculum. Nothing like this exists anywhere in the world that is completely focused on technology, technology-enabled services, and online entrepreneurship, and on capital-efficient, bootstrapped methodology, lean startup methodology. No business school has anything comparable, remotely comparable. So for $1,000, you get something that you cannot get in a business school education where you would pay $100,000 per year, almost $75,000 to $100,000 per year. In terms of business development, this is a coverage of one of our business development deals with Persistent Systems, where we put 2-hour entrepreneurs through the Persistent channel. This is a coverage on Read Write Web about one of our companies, Orenscape. This is a Facebook comment from one of our entrepreneurs who was saying that he had raised money and ran out of all the money. He was telling me that I wish I had access to 1 million by 1 million 2 years back when I had raised the money and had the resources, and I could have implemented what you're asking me to implement. We also partner with incubators and other entrepreneurship development organizations around the world. We have partnerships with MAD Incubator in Malaysia. They're a reseller of the 1 million by 1 million program. We also have partnerships with various Thai chapters, Thai Chennai, Thai Bangalore, Thai Mumbai, Delhi, so on and so forth, as well as Chicago, Boston, Austin. These are our upcoming roundtables: July 21st, July 28th, August 4th, August 11th, and August 25th. We try to do about 5 pitches per session. So these tend to fill up quite quickly. So please sign up as soon as you are, as you know that you want to present, and you will have your material ready. So that's pretty much it. If you have questions, please type them into the group chat. My group chat is open, and I will be taking questions as I see them on my group chat. Also, as I said, Vision India 2020 is my notebook essentially about business ideas for India. There are $45 billion business ideas fully flushed out and written as if we are sitting on 2020 having built those businesses. There are a lot of details of strategic nuances, and it's a very interesting book with lots of detailed analysis of the different opportunities that are facing India. And we do have a curriculum module in the 1 million by 1 million program, premium program, for entrepreneurs who want to build on these businesses. Senthil is asking, we are members of Thai Chennai. What kind of partnership do you have? We have a discount for Thai Chennai members. So if you contact me, or if you contact Vishy at Thai Chennai or Venkatesh, we can give you the discount code for that. You can access that discount through the Thai Chennai membership. Any other questions? We also work with Read Write Web as a media partner. They syndicate my roundtable recap column. Microsoft BizSpark, we have done a lot of work with. We are still partnering. As you know, some of you are sitting at the Microsoft office in Bangalore right now. We just partnered with them on the BizSpark Startup India Challenge Grant. Association of MIT Alumni and the MIT Club of Northern California, my alumni associations. We have a partnership with them. Startup America partnership. This is a partnership. This is an initiative in partnership with the White House to help develop, and promote entrepreneurship in America that we started working with recently. As I said, MAD Incubator in Malaysia, various Thai chapters, Indian Angel Network, Persistent Systems. All these we have worked with at different times and different capacities, and continue to do so. We also have an affiliate program. For those of you who find what we do interesting and have, either blogs or large readerships of some kind, large followings, newsletter followings, and so forth, and you want to become and have a synergistic audience, and if you want to become an affiliate member of the 1 million by 1 million program, please sign up just go to the site. There's a section called affiliate, and you can sign up for the affiliate program through that. we offer 10% affiliate commission. And finally, thanks to VView for hosting these roundtables. They've been a great technology partner for us for a long time. So this year we have switched our entire platform to VView, and starting January, we've been hosting all our roundtables on VView, and it's been a great collaboration. You guys can all use VView, by the way, for any of your video conferencing or video events needs. Any other questions from the audience, folks? By the way, if you want to expand your group chat, you can cut off the video and the slide windows, and you can have the group chat fill up your screen. Anybody else? Any other questions? How do you reach me? You can reach me through the website. I'll give you my email ID as well, Sramana@sramanamitra.com. It's very simple. Just to set your expectations, guys, you do need to make sure that you are part of the 1 million by 1 million program to ask me for introductions and further engagement. It is really not possible for me to look at your business plans and spend a lot of time on your business unless you're part of the 1 million by 1 million premium program. I do that at these free roundtables once a week, but that's about it. Senthil, if you're trying to access the Thai Chennai discount, I suggest you email Maureen at sramanamitra.com, and she will make sure that you have access to the Thai Chennai discount code. Also, anybody who is trying to understand how to sign up for the program, for the 1 million by 1 million program, you can contact Maureen or Irina. Irina is also in the room and is easily accessible. You can find Irina's contacts on the website. You can send us email through the website. It will automatically get directed to the right place. Links, ideas as to risk management for startups. I think what you need to look at is the 1 million by 1 million self-assessment tool. It is on the website. If you go to the 1m1m.sramanamitra.com page, you will find the 1m1m self-assessment tool. We encourage you to do that as soon as possible. And you'll see, I stayed there, 99% of entrepreneurs who are going out to seek financing are getting rejected. We don't want you to get rejected by investors unnecessarily. It's hard to get investor meetings. So you should not blow investor meetings. You should do your homework. And what we are doing in 1 million by 1 million premium is to prepare you as much as possible to get your ducks in order, lined up, so that you don't waste your investor meetings and you don't waste 6 months, 9 months just bumping up against the wall, bouncing around from investor to investor, getting rejection after rejection. Use the self-assessment tool and get yourselves geared up to do a successful investor round or investment raising round as opposed to a failed investment raising round. Anybody else? Yeah, good link from Ken. Happy Grasshopper just got featured on, that's a premium company that just got featured on the incubation radar. And Dan told me yesterday that he's already started getting inbound investors coming in and calling him. And I actually saw one of the messages from an investor firm that was approaching him and saying, I don't know if you're ready to raise money, but at least I would like to start conversations with you and start building a relationship so that when you are ready to raise money, we are in touch and we get to have a chance to talk. So it's good, it's a very good forum where a lot of investors actually watch these I know, I get calls and emails from people all the time in the investment community asking me about companies and telling me that, oh, we just work with this company, we are looking at this company, and so on and so forth. So it's a very, very good platform to get visibility. Anybody else? Well, if there are no more questions, then we'll close up the room and get you guys going to your daily business. And I am going to fly out to London this afternoon, so I need to get my act together and finish writing my recap column and get myself going as well. All right, guys. I'll see you on July 21st for the next roundtable. We have 2 weeks off in between, and look forward to working with more of you in the meantime. All those of you who are interested in the premium program, go to the 1m1m.sramanamitra.com slide, and there are various there are various kinds of contacts and email IDs and phone numbers available there if you need further assistance. So we'll hopefully we'll be able to get you going on your way to signing up for the premium program as well. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us today.